knight 4 I think I'm gonna fold even if the Kalhar guy folds, because I've been opening on EE's blind, who's been sitting out 2 OBs straight now. Like, I'm almost sure that Banana Zoo or maybe Liquid Nymph is gonna react soon by 3-betting, and I can't shove that hand, it's just too bad. If I had the Queen Nine suited there again, I would open again, and if Banana Zoo would 3-bet, I would again just 4-bet shove. But that's just too bad a hand, and I think it's too likely they're gonna play back. Ace King is a pretty obvious open. I don't have to tell you guys that we're gonna get it in against any action these guys can possibly come up with pre-flop. Stone play calls, it doesn't surprise me. Obviously gonna c-bet this flop. Just gonna c-bet really tiny, like 500. If he check raises here, just gonna call because it doesn't represent anything. I'm still gonna have the best hand a whole lot. He shouldn't have a deuce, even if he flats the big blind every now and then, he's still not gonna have a range that wide. So usually when people check raise boards like that, they just don't really have anything, because if they had a boat or quads, they just flat and they can't really have trips. So, and if you would have called, I might have just tried to show down my hand, because I think he could have had some random ace highs quite a bit. Kind of would have depended on whatever cards would have hit. Ace King there in the top table. It's a pretty clear 3-bet and get it in against any of these people. And yeah, this spot, it's still the stone bubble of the party. I end up folding 6s here, and I'm not really sure if I love it. Like, there's a guy with a 6k stack and then like an 8k stack, and I got it in Ace King against Ace Queen there, easy game. But yeah, like, I think it's really close, but since there are a lot of regs, like Camilla Cons is a reg, Cool Age is a reg, Patrick Doherty is a reg, at least, and I think the guy next to Camilla Cons, whose screen name we aren't seeing, I think he's a reg as well. Like, they're gonna be still calling relatively light, and there are so many guys, and 9 guys with a shallower stack, and it's almost clear that someone's gonna bust so soon that I'm not sure if it's worth taking the risk. I should really look at that afterwards as well. Like, this is the kind of stuff that I'm not very good at. And well, as you can see, the bubble burst now. Like, if I knew that the bubble was bursting that hand, I think it's a snap fold, just to not risk it. But yeah, so if there's anything in this video that about whatever I'm teaching that I'm not sure about, it's that fold there with 6s. So just please try to not necessarily take it into a game. And just to make clear, I would have shoved it from like basically the next position. I just think that since I was under gun +1, it might have been a fold, given that the regs behind are gonna be calling quite loose. But I don't know, it's really close, I think. I'm gonna ask some guy who knows about the bubble ICM and stuff, and let you know in the commentary thread what they said. But I don't think it's a massive problem if you like kind of get it wrong there, because like I just think it's so close that it can't be a huge mistake either way. And I usually tend to err on the side of caution in spots like that on the bubble, because I just know that the bubble is gonna burst so soon. And like, cause like, how much am I gonna make on that shove in the long run? I'm gonna net like a fraction of a big blind on average or something like that, or like maybe half a big blind or whatever. It's gonna, like, I'm not gonna win that much in chips on average, and losing my stack is just gonna cost me so much ICM wise, whereas if I win those blinds, it doesn't really affect me that much. So I don't know, I think it could have been a good fold, but it also could be that Mehmet Mori or someone ends up watching this video and he calls to guys in high positions at CardRunners and tries to get them to fire me because I suck so much. It's kind of interesting.